Hi everybody, this is Alan from EDM.com and I'm here with Coone, who's going to be telling us about his exciting summer, on how he got on the main stage of Tomorrowland, some of the stuff about the history of his career, and some insights into what he's doing now. So, Coone, how's everything going, man?
I'm doing great. Actually, this is a more quiet time of the year for me because, like you said, I just finished this album and the whole touring and stuff like it. Now it's more like 1 hour flights, 2 hour flights, so that's okay. But I just got back from China and like the whole Asian part, and so it's been pretty hectic together with the whole busy summer and the album that needs to be finished, and yeah, so pretty hectic time of the year.
Yeah, indeed, all that lovely stuff. You've been all over Asia, all over the world, and then you had the album, of course, this summer.
Yeah.
The purpose behind the album was to present your journey to the main stage of Tomorrowland, which is a very significant point in your career. So the album was called Trip to Tomorrow. Could you tell us a little bit about this concept and how it was for you to go through the album and to actually get on the main stage of Tomorrowland once it was complete?
Yeah, like you said, the title says it all. Trip to Tomorrow. It's my path to that main stage slot at Tomorrowland, and So let me put it this way. Once I got the phone call of Tomorrowland, like, you're on the main stage. Like, I'm a really creative person, so everything in my head goes like, and then suddenly it became an album, and or at least I call it a mini album actually, because there are only 7 or 8 tracks on it. But all of the tracks are really, really represent the feel of hardstyle on a main stage like Tomorrowland, for example. So a track with TNT, which is like an ultimate party track, of course. It does fit a crowd that's not really used to hardstyle yet, and that was the whole purpose behind the tracks I made. Never Alone, which is a track, just listen to the lyrics. Black and White, we're all together. That unity feel that also Tomorrowland has. So every track is, in a way, attached to that Tomorrowland vibe. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that was the whole idea behind it.
Awesome. And so that set you played at Tomorrowland was also very special in a different way, because it was the first hardstyle set that had ever been played on the main stage of Tomorrowland, which is the biggest festival in the electronic music world. Yeah. So how did it feel to have the honor of being the person to bring the harder styles to such a large crowd?
Well, it was an honor, of course, and there are a few people who think that deserve that slot, so even more honored that they picked me, and I guess it's a Belgian festival. I'm a Belgian DJ. It's more of a national pride, I guess. But yeah, like how did it feel? Like, amazing. This was my goal. This was, if I'm ever able to get that main stage on Tomorrowland, like, I quit. Now I'm not gonna quit right now, but it's just one of the ultimate goals I had, and mission accomplished. This is amazing. It was a really emotional moment when I got off stage, and crazy.
Oh, crazy. Congratulations and well done. How long was that a goal for you?
Ever since Tomorrowland became, let's say, the #1 festival of the world. Every year I go party a lot with friends on days that I'm not performing at Tomorrowland, and every time I was at the main stage and let's say a Hardwell or Armin or somebody else played a hardstyle track, I was like, fuck, we want to see a real hardstyle act at this stage, and it doesn't necessarily need to be me, but like somebody need to take care of this, and that's actually the whole thing.
So with you playing hardstyle on the main stage of Tomorrowland, that to me it signifies somewhat of a shift, with hard music becoming more accepted with the mainstream culture of EDM, and it almost influencing this mainstream culture a little bit more in a different way. What do you think about that, and how do you think that what do you think we have ahead of us in the next 10 years?
Well, hardstyle always was a underground genre, and yeah, from the moment a lot of EDM DJs got a taste of it, it became a little bit more mainstream, I guess. But I always, from the moment I got into the studio with Steve Aoki, for example, the whole Dimac story, some people were like, "Oh, Coone, you're gonna leave us because you're with Dimac and you're with Steve Aoki right now, so you're gonna leave hardstyle." And that's not how I saw it. Like I always was like, okay, the reason why I'm gonna release a Dimac is because I want to get that shit worldwide. I want to expand our fan base. Like there are a lot of people who doesn't know what hardstyle is still. Until this day, and to do things with Steve Aoki, you know, obviously it's gonna attract more people. So that was my goal actually. So I'm really positive when it comes to hardstyle getting yeah, really popular worldwide. I'm a big fan, to be honest, because like what I feel, what you feel, what a lot of people at DEFCON feel, we're not the only ones. Like a lot of people can get affected by the sound, and yeah. So global dedication. I'm still behind everything I said back in the days, and still am now.
Super.
Yeah.
That's great. So, taking it back in the days, I wanted to talk with you a little bit about your history and kind of, what brought you to this point here. Your career has had a very interesting blend of hardstyle and entrepreneurship. Back when it wasn't such a normal thing for an artist to start their own label, you went ahead and started Dirty Workz and started building a team that way, which was, I believe, more than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, of course, Dirty Workz is one of the biggest labels in the hardstyle world and is one of the big influencers. So, could you tell us a little bit about how your journey and how you kind of mix, being a DJ as well as being a businessman in the hardstyle world?
Well, to get things straight, Dirty Workz was my label, but it's not anymore because a lot of people are involved these days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only me. It's kind of too big of an honor to say it's my label because a lot of people are working their asses off to get where the label is right now. But yeah, it always has been my child, my musical child, and we created Dirty Workz because I wanna have musical freedom, and at the label back in the days where I was at, I was not getting any musical freedom, so I told the guys I was working with, hey, why not start our own label, do our own thing, and in the beginning it was only me, and then Psychopunks joined and the Tweakers joined, and and like we picked a lot of artists like who had talent back in the days, and yeah, look at us now, like we're one of the leading hardstyle imprints worldwide, and that's just because I think what makes Dirty Workz so great is that I know a lot of labels are like, okay, if you join our label, you need to have this particular sound or you need to do this. And at Dirty Workz, we are like, no, like the Tweakers is not Coone, Look at their sound, like it's not what I'm doing, and it doesn't have to be, like the Tweakers are really talented fellas who have their own style and their own branding and the way they do it, So who am I to be like, oh yeah, you need to do it like this or like that? No, just do it like how you think it's gonna work, And if you're talented, just be you, be your own artist. And that's what makes Dirty Workz, I think, pretty unique. Because all artists have their own style, their own branding, their own way how they see hardstyle evolve,
Indeed.
Yeah.
Very cool. And so do you think that this strategy of, instead of, molding artists to have artists just become what they, initially kind of feel, do you think this strategy is responsible for how quickly Dirty Workz has grown over?
I think so, yeah.
Very cool.
It's just that I'm always mentioning these guys right now because they are so freaking hot worldwide. The Tweak is a good example, of an act that for some people is not really hardstyle anymore because it's maybe a little bit too cheesy or too party-ish, No, it's like hardstyle is this, and they are here, and Radical Redemption is here, but like it's still hardstyle. We're here, like it's a wider range of elements and styles, and I think that musical freedom that we give our artists makes Dirty Workz what it is right now. I'm definitely sure.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you have this, great label. You just had this album come out. You have all these tours, under your belt, and more coming up. What's next for Coone? What's on the map right now?
Collab with Eminem.
Wow.
That's next. It's never gonna happen, but dream big, they say, and I will keep on dreaming until the day I die. It's just like I wanna. Not it doesn't have to be him, but like I wanna do things with artists that are not, that not logical to work with or not the most obvious choice, and that's what I want to do. Like I think going into a studio with a hip hop artist or with whatever, even a jazz artist or whatever, just like make original new things, and I want to do that even more. Besides, of course, the collabs with hardstyle artists, which are always great, but like I want to do that even more. I think we're not there yet. Like there's still a whole bunch of musical ingredients that we can add to hardstyle, and that's actually what I want to do.
Definitely
spread the word.
Indeed. Yeah, there's a lot of musical discovery to be had. So it's cool to see that you're on the front lines.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you for talking to us. We really appreciate it. Do you have any words for the fans or the viewers that may be watching right now?
Well, EDM.com being one of the largest and greatest EDM portals, website. Let's expand hardstyle even more. You are the guys that are on the front line of a general genre, hardstyle is part of that genre or that musical tree, so let's keep on expanding our genre like I do, and let's conquer the world.
Let's conquer the world. Awesome. Thanks, man. All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.